Hello everybody, welcome back for more Web Civilization Start Over. In last episode, we saw the outbreak of World War IV, with Denmark beginning the invasion to Poland, causing a nuclear response on both Circle and the 3-Point Star Alliance. And as you can see, Europe's looking a little bit destroyed right now, except for like Central Europe. They're not really that destroyed. But the northeast area of America is still destroyed. So now let's get to the fighting. And the fighting's actually gonna pick up where we left off over here, because the Dutch begin to fully invade Poland. And even though there's like this nuclear radiation going on, in fact, this is like the total like radiation that is like occurring in these areas, and nobody really cares. This war is being fought no matter what. And of course, Russia is part of this Circle Alliance. Why is this not working? It's pissing me off. So Russia is gonna enter Poland as well and start taking a lot of land, despite being like absolutely destroyed by nukes. Somehow Russia has a lot of troops still. Like, Poland's confused. They're like, how is Russia still so strong despite all those nuclear launches? But they don't really have time to think about it, because they're again invaded. Then European troops start arriving in Poland and help them start pushing back against Russia and Denmark. They even push Russia out over here, but Russia holds strong in the south. Denmark is able to stalemate it right here. Russia pushes back a little bit, but then Germany is gonna be like, yo, I think the best spot to invade would be like over here. I'm actually gonna I'll keep the nuclear sites on. So Germany will start invading the Danish peninsula, which only takes a few days, and they take all of Copenhagen. I think that's Copenhagen. And now Denmark, in response, is gonna be like, yo, what up? They start invading Germany over here, which causes Germany to like retreat a little bit from the Danish peninsula. Not fully though, they still keep all of this. And over here, what's gonna be happening is the French country, the Green French country, is going to be first to attack down here. And even though Andorra is pretty strong in this timeline, South France is a little stronger than them. Most of the 3-Point Star Alliance is in the top 5. So yeah, Andorra quickly will start to fall, and they can't really respond until Iberian, Moroccan, Catalonian troops get here, and they're able to stalemate this front line over here. Now there's another area that shouldn't be really involved in this war, but they are. That is actually the British. You see, the British... I'm not trying to sound rude when I say it like that. I'm sorry. The British are really pissed off because they wanted to say all this, and North France decided, we're gonna nuke them. So the British destroy their navy in the English Channel, and they make a landing right here, and they start showing that they're kind of strong. Like, near these countries are in the top 10, but England is, I would say, like 15th, and North France is like 18th in this timeline. So the British are able to have a bit of a field day, and the North French are like, help me, Alliance. And the Alliance is gonna be like, should we really help them? They kind of brought the British into this war and provoked them. And when someone brings that up, the Alliance holds a vote, and they kick North France out of the 3-Point Star Alliance because they kind of caused the British to get involved. So they fall to Britain. So now, North France doesn't exist anymore. And the first to fall in this war, no, over here though, it's about to get really bad. Because the Virginians are actually gonna start their invasion over here. Now, you're probably wondering, why are they invading over there first? Well, here's their thinking. If they can go and cut Canada in half, this, like, whole bunch population over here is a lot less than this. But cutting them in half would allow them to, like, control stuff a lot better. So their goal is to go up to this lake, take it, then go up to this, would you call that bay? I think so. And take that. Vancouver's job, though, is gonna be similar. Vancouver's gonna aim for this lake, then this lake, and go right towards Alaska. Try take Alaska too. So they're gonna start invading Canada over here, taking 2 major cities, and going for these twin cities. This, like, despite having these cities, this area of Canada is not really populated. And they will also start pushing towards that lake that they captured. But then Alaskan troops arrive at the front line, and their gains start being diminished. They're able to hold on to 2 of the cities. Well, 4 of the cities they captured. And Virginia is able to actually start, like, pushing really deep into Canadian territory, meeting up with this lake and finishing their spearhead to this lake, while Canada is gonna focus over here and invade the Virginia's mostly populated area. Well, that before the nukes went off. And they're gonna take all of this. So they're kind of like like a draw right now. Baja California, though, isn't really doing anything. But they see an opportunity. So, oops. Yep, Baja California invades California and takes all of it. So, what happens in response? The Checkmark Alliance joins on the side of Canada, saying Baja California's aggression towards a neutral nation, and Mexico is going to be the first one to fight them by invading into the south, and they actually do pretty well. Same thing with Louisiana, when they send their troops in. They're able to take, like, all of this pretty fast. But then, Baja California's gonna do a little oopsie, despite, Virginia's wishes. Oh, their nuclear number just disappeared. That's pretty weird. That's pretty quirky, right? 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 Oh god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They launch all their nukes, and of course, that's gonna just make all the radiation in this area a lot worse. And, this really strikes a chord with yet another alliance. And now, this is why, Virginia was like, do not launch those towards Baja California. Because the entire South American alliance joins on the side of Checkmark Alliance and Canada. And when these troops start arriving, oh, Baja California's pretty fucked, to be quite frank with you. They make a lot of progress in Baja California, and Mexico even makes landing over here, and Baja California knows that's kind of over. And then Virginia's like, we don't want to lose all this land, so Virginia accepts the ally and invades the rest of this land and immediately annexes it. Like, they're like, we're taking all this land. We didn't support Baja California's, like, nuclear attacks on the Checkmark Alliance. So if the Checkmark Alliance remains chill with us, we won't attack Checkmark Alliance if you don't attack us. And Mexico kind of doesn't trust it, considering last time that happened, but they accept it. The Yucatecans do. The Cubans do. Panama doesn't really want to fight Virginia either, so they accept it. But, what about the rest of countries? Well, the South Americans kind of want to stay in this conflict. The, Louisianians do as well. So, for a temporary measure, these two will not be in the Checkmark Alliance for now, as they will continue to fight Virginia, the Star Alliance. And, that might have been a really, really big oopsie, because Virginia I don't know if you guys know this, but Virginia is kind of a strong country in this series, as they will immediately invade into Louisiana and take practically all of it, like, without any questions. Like, with Louisiana is like the second, Virginia's second strongest country, and Louisiana is like the 20th. And they lose all that land. And they even invade the occupied territory of Louisiana. So yeah, that might not have been a good idea, especially considering how now that Virginia is gonna have its Navy have a bit of a field day, because, you know, they have a pretty large Navy. So they start heading down here to start blockading Guyana. But little do they know, Guyana has pretty strong Navy too. In fact, they're probably like the 10th strongest Navy in the world. So they start attacking Virginia's Navy. But Virginia was like, no, we have the strongest Navy in the world. So yeah. And they get to the coast of Guyana. But Guyana is able to quickly push them away from their coast. Why is this not working? Everything's awful. They're able to push Virginia away from their coast successfully. Well, up here, stuff's starting to look a little better for Canada, because now there's so many distractions for Virginia to worry about, since they have to deal with the entirety of South America. So Canada takes this full opportunity to start pushing back heavily over here and pushing Virginia out of their country already. And they start an invasion into Virginia in this area of the world. And they take 3 major cities, make that 4. And they slam more forces in down here. And yeah, they are able to push all the way to this coast and cut Virginia off from this northern part. So now Virginia's like, oh dear God. Why'd we join this war? Why are we fighting this war in the first place? It's all Denmark's fault. So how does Virginia respond to losing even more of their land? Well, this number is about to be involved. And it's going to go from 15 to, oh God, to 0. As they start launching even more nukes right into Canada. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And Canada, it's understandably livid that their capital was just nuked twice. They didn't nuke Virginia's capital, so you know what? Fuck it. Let's nuke them back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And Virginia's completely lit up by Canada. And Vancouver sees this as like an opportunity because they notice the Canadian president up here seems a little small right now, so why don't we start pushing while Canada's going to be up Virginia. So that's what exactly they do. They're able to push back against Canadians and Alaskans and actually take all of this land. Like Vancouver is like locked in right now. And down here, it's not looking good for Virginia, as instead of instead of Virginia breaking the ceasefire, Mexico breaks ceasefire and starts to push into the Allies' territory to help them out, which officially brings them back into the war on the Star Team side. So yeah, that's how this front line's going. And oh god, let's see the radiation now. I bet it's gonna be horrible. Oh dear, it is. It's completely terrible. In fact, it's so bad that like we have to use different color in this area. Yeah, it's awful over here. Now, back to European front. What's happening here? Because there's been stalemates going on because Angola, Catalonia, Iberia, Morocco are being able to hold back southern France. In fact, they do push them back a bit. In fact, they retake the capital, but France is a little sneaky and works its way down the coast. Then they enter Catalonia while still working their way down the coast. But Andorra starts pushing them this way and cuts off their supply route and slowly starts to like isolate this like front line France has made. And these troops will like siege along this coastline. Up here, there's actually some really good news for the 3-Point Star Alliance, because Germany is just completely locked in and has just started pushing back against Denmark. Same thing with Poland. But Russia, though, also decides to lock in, and they start pushing more into Poland and eventually cuts them into two and takes the capital city. And then eats up rest of these troops. And at this point, they're like, okay, next target, Romania, your turn. And Romania starts getting invaded by Russian troops. And yeah, they aren't looking too hot right now. And they make it all the way here before Romania's able to stop them. They're able to push back against Russia too. Recapturing this city, and Poland is somehow still fighting hard and retakes their capital. and Romania helps by pushing back the Russian advance here. Denmark gives Russia all their occupation Poland so they can defend the territory they just got, but Germany's again locked in, and they start cruising through Lithuania. They take the entire area, and yeah, this war is getting pretty intense. That'll do it for this first part of World War IV.